Welcome back to another thrilling scene for Street Magic. Da-na-na. Where, as we return to the chantry, I'm not sure what we're going to call this chantry, but we'll call it something. We'll set scene right where we left off, albeit people are not, chess pieces have moved in the interim. And after a period of time has passed, I imagine I don't know what Kevin's situation is, whether he's staying there, whether he's not. But whatever the case, as people come and go and do their thing, maybe rain comes by. I don't know. They can come back to the fact that you know what, I bet Sketch is cooking, and Taylor is flipping the couch back right side up. That's what's happening. We're just gonna lever this back up onto. There's kind of the okay, I got it. Fucking, why are you so big? But you're so cushy.
You're the one who wanted the double leather couch, as you can hear from the kitchen.
Did. I regret nothing. And when she's got it flipped right side up, throws herself over the back of it to flop onto the seating, just blah, like a fucking child, one leg still up over the back. Oh, I got it.
Good.
Oh, I didn't get the armchair.
I got it. Do you want eggs in your toast?
Yes.
Do you want a toasty?
I do want a toasty. Toasties are the best.
Let's get to just walk out and toss the food down on the now returned table and flip the armchair over.
The table somehow survived. We're not sure how. But it's right side up now. Yay! And yeah, Tay continues to be a fucking child, probably lounging around in an obnoxiously overlong shirt and some really colorful socks. It just stretches from where she's already sprawled across the couch to reach the food on the table, because sitting up is for boring people. Toasty, you are life. You are love. What did I ever do before Toasties?
Big peanut butter and jelly.
Why did we call this grilled cheese? Toasty is such a better word.
I don't know. I learned it over there. They call them toasties.
It's such a better word. Mom likes the entire.
You can put ham and salami in them. They're amazing. You put them in a little grill thing. It's really nice.
We're fucking awesome.
I know. Eat it before rain comes over. She will sit there and she'll just get fat eating it, and then she'll complain about how fat she gets, and she'll try to cut it away with her magic. It's fucking hilarious. Just eat it before she gets there.
Speak of the devil, Sketch. Your phone chimes with a text message.
Looks at the phone hello there, Brain. I wasn't eating a toaster.
So it's just a picture of this obnoxiously soft and frilly looking tiny dress for a baby. It's all white. I'd buy this for Charlotte, but I'm pretty sure she wouldn't be in it longer than 10 seconds before she spilled grape juice all over it.
Send back, it's accurate. Shows Taylor the picture.
Taylor cranes around from her weird twisted position on the couch, aww. Oh, she doesn't. Wait. Yeah, she does. Aww. That's cute.
She destroyed the thing. Sends back.
She would.
Sends a selfie of him and Taylor eating the toasty. Just to fuck with her.
There's a text message back. She loves it, doesn't she?
Yep.
You can see the remnant puppy eyes on Tay in the background, oh, it's so cute. You can see the it's so cute face. Only half faded.
I will see if they have something in a less stainable color or more washable fabric.
You'd be call over after, because we gotta do that fucking thing for the fucking hermetics. You won't say for the popo. That's what it say for the popo. In tech speak.
Rain's just like the thing for the popo. Oh right, yeah, the
Yeah,
thing for the popo.
Yeah, the fun police.
Yeah, that reminds me. Let me give you the address for that.
Yeah, I'll call Kevin when I'm done eating this shit.
Rain's just like, oh, you made breakfast without me?
Yeah, I made toasties.
Pouty face.
I made toasties, really nice toasties with like cheese and salami and ham. And those are like tiny bits of like white cheese that you like.
Oh God, that sounds so good, but I would get so fat. Dot dot dot.
That reaches over and shows Taylor the text message.
Save me one, please. Baggy face.
Smart guy. You just go, yeah, get over it quick. Is he like, goes to ring, Big Kev.
It takes a while because Kevin's like old man sleeping on a fucking chair. But eventually he answers. Oh, well.
Yo, Big Kev.
Nice sketch. What's going on?
I got the address off Rain for that thing we're doing.
All right.
Do you want me to send it over to you, or do you want me to set at where I am?
I'll meet you there. It's no problem.
All right. We'll head over there in about half an hour, so I'll give you a bell when we're going.
Okay.
It's boop. Then looks at Taylor. We'll do go in about half an hour.
Hey.
Do you have the thing that you're gonna make?
The thing?
You said you were gonna make something last time. Something for her.
Oh, the thing. Yes. I got this.
All right.
So, and about 15 minutes later, Rain swoops in. She's got a bag. It has the name of a fairly hip boutique that just deals in baby clothes, and she hands it to Charlotte. It's red.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure things can still stain red, but I think most things Charlotte is into at this age won't show up very well on red. Also, there's a pair of little like crocheted fuzzy I don't know, what do they call baby socks with little sticky cherries on the bottom. I thought they were cute. I don't know if she's walking yet, but they'll at least keep her feet warm.
Oh my god, yes.
Booties, that's what they call them.
That is what they call them.
And she turns around and holds her hand out to Sketch and does the gimme.
He just hands over one of the ones off the plate.
And she takes it and starts eating. Finds some place to perch while she continues eating.
Yeah, Sketch just get his bag, get his sketchbook, make sure he has all his gear with him essentially. But all right, Kevin is meeting us over there.
Oh, yes? Oh, perfect.
Yeah. Send him the address. He just pops the message over to Kevin and just stretches a bit.
And Rain pops the last bit of toasty into her mouth. Okay. I'm ready to go. Unless you're leaving me behind.
I mean, if you want to come, you're the liaison person thing, so I'm assuming you want to go.
I mean, yes, it will make things go faster.
Oh, there you go then.
Because
look over.
I'm the one who knows what she looks like.
Oh. Well, that's a good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that might actually speed things up a bit. Looks over. You ready to go, Tater Tot?
Oh, yeah. Just grabbing the thing, stuff and the things. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Sparking.
But why? Are you judging me?
No, we're getting ready to go. He's just like taps the back over his shoulder.
Squinty face. Continues. Just essentially runs over to the workshop. Grabs up a pair of, like, let's face it, essentially grabs up a handful of, like, some of the really fucking comfy, fuzzy shit she's made. Like, probably intending to wear it in the winter. Like, during her games and whatnot. But yeah, just snags up a handful of things, shoves them into a bag. Like, literally, shove, 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 shove. Shoves them into a bag. And, scampers along. Oh! Pants! Oh!
That would be good.
Just slow-mo retreats back towards the workshop. Roots around. Finds the fucking coveralls. Pulls them on. Over. I mean, the upside of a really long shirt. You just tuck it down there. Fuck it. Yep. And reemerges with the oh.
Don't worry about it. Rain and I have seen each other in much more compromising states back in the old apartment.
I believe you.
Yeah, I remember I walked in on you in the shower once. That was
Looks over at her. I walked in and you doing way worse there, sweetheart. Smirking as he pops a cigarette in his mouth as he's walking outside.
Yeah, but there's just some things a girl doesn't need to know about her roommate.
This guy just starts cackling as he's walking. And we drive. Dun-dun-dun.
Yep.
Unless Taylor says something.
TT toddles along with.
Yeah, we drive to the address.
All right.
Here, somebody takes. We're not. Why are we bringing Charlotte to this? Come on. Where the fuck is Tiffany? He's screaming.
Tiffany comes scurrying out like, "Oh, hello, little Charlotte." Wait, no. Yeah, bye-bye, Tractor. You're coming with me. Let's go find Rose. I think she has the alphabet book.
Gets back in the car. Talking about tractors already. Yeah, just driving away.
And contrary to the farm animal sounds, you are not headed to a farm. No. You are actually driving out into what would probably
Forgot the baby monitor, Charlotte. Forgot the baby monitor, Taylor.
what would
Slowly turnstile. Look, I'm overprotective, okay?
what would probably best be called the historic part of town. A lot of older turn of the 19th century building or 20th century buildings. Until you arrive at a Victorian style manor. And when I talk about a Victorian style manor, I mean standing outside, counting the windows, you can see there's at least 3 floors here. Might be more inside if there's like a basement or a finished attic that you can't really discern from the outside.
Jesus. Look at this place. Just getting out of the car, probably parking up or looking around to see if you can see Kevin, but staring up at the building like, fuck.
Kevin's a patient man. He's not hard to spot. Just kind of waiting outside.
Yeah, that means someone gets in the gang, meet up with him, walk over to him.
Yep.
Well, seems like this is the place.
Yeah, definitely looks like something belonged to them.
Cozy.
Well, don't just stand there gawking at the outside. That's rude. Let's go in. Rain will march up to the door and put her handle on the big brass knocker and knock 3 times.
Jessica just trots up the stairway.
And after a little bit, this woman answers the door.
Hey, we're here about your plumbing problem.
My plumbing problem?
Plumbing, yeah, got a call that you needed to fix somebody's plumbing.
Ah, yes.
Tay has that expression that says, I'm not sure whether I'm proud of you for that or disappointed. Really undecided right now.
Yes, follow me. Welcome.
Yeah. Jessica should just walk in.
She'll wait for the rest of you to enter before closing the door and taking you through the vestibule into the house.
Tay proceeds to give this place the most, this is some Resident Evil shit look she has ever given a building.
Tay is kind of like stepping back in time. The furniture in here all looks to be from the same period as the house. Just from glancing around, you're not sure if it is all indeed from that period or if it's period accurate repros. But the detail put into arranging the decor, from the tables and chairs and Chesterfields to the chandelier and candelabras and even the candlesticks themselves is just it's impressive.
I'm not even mad. Yeah, Tay is admittedly kind of looking around as her inner nerd just tweaks in the most hilarious way. Just like, oh, ooh, shiny. So we follow the nice lady.
Anybody who is looking around, you may make a perception alertness or perception awareness, depending on what senses you're using.
You know what? Go with awareness.
All right.
Going with alertness.
I have failed, but yes, fail.
First, I have to pull my shit up though.
So, sketch for a place that you know hermetics live. You're pretty sure you're told this is where the council library was. You're not sensing a lot of magic here, and that strikes you as particularly odd given your past experience.
Boss that alertness though.
Okay, how many successes did you get, Taylor?
4.
Oh shit. Okay.
Tell me
So-
everything.
So with 4 successes, man, mid all the hand carved, you can tell hand carved. The hand carved wood, the handmade candelabras. You're pretty sure the wooden floors, the tongue and groove. Man, if that's not oak, somebody did a really good job of making something else look like oak. Wooden floors, pretty sure those were laid down by hand too.
Taylor strives not to drool on the floors.
But man, the thing that strikes you is how well kept everything is in relation to the complete and lack of people.
Can she see any dust on anything?
No.
Yeah, as we're moving through, she'll even like do a tippy toe thing. Like, holy shit, there's not a even up there. There's not a speck of fucking Jesus. Just looking around with the big eyeballs. That I have friends in reenactment eyeballs.
And the woman leads you to a parlor. It's a nice, well-furnished parlor. There's a tea service waiting for you all. It's on a little wooden trolley. Taylor, that is a sterling silver tea service. The tray is sterling. The teapot is sterling. The cups are sterling. The only thing that's not sterling is the saucers. And man, you're not 100% sure, but you are pretty sure that is bone china.
Taylor just appreciates that this fucking tea service is more expensive than her life. Jesus Christ.
Woman motions for you all to sit. So, Rain tells me you all are the fixers employed by the local council, or what passes for it.
Yeah, that's us.
So, she pours tea for all of you and sets a saucer in front of you. The sugar bowl walks up to Sketch, pops the lid off, and just there's sugar cubes in there for him to take.
Nah, I'm good. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. Just nods at the sugar bowl with that kind of like what the fuck? Fuck.
Kevin has no such compunctions.
It puts the lid back on, does a little bow, and hops off in front of Taylor.
Who Taylor doesn't necessarily need sugar for her tea. She's not sure yet, but she takes a sugar cube mostly for the sheer novelty of doing it. If it has a little pinchy thing, a little clamp, she'll use the little clasp to retrieve the sugar, so she's not putting her fingers all up in the sugar cubes.
Oh, Taylor, it's even better than that. The sugar bowl pulls the sugar out for you, plops it in your tea, and waits to see if you'd like another.
She makes the little she just kind of oh, but after that, just kind of holds the hand up, the little "I'm good" gesture as she watches it while having serious flashbacks to the Sword in the Stone.
And Kevin, you get the same treatment from the sugar dish.
Sugar dish is going to be there for a minute. if it insists on doing the shit one at a time, then he's gonna keep going until he has enough sugar. That's a lot of fucking sugar.
I mean, Kevin, he just puts cube after cube after cube after. You're pretty sure you can see this thing start to sweat as it wonders whether or not there is enough sugar in it to satisfy you. And then
All
when
right.
you finally, it stands back up, puts the lid back on it, the top of its head, maybe a little harsher than necessary, and trumps back off to the rest of the tea set.
Oh, excellent job, little fella. Thank you. And then he just sits there with the spoon, mixing the sugar in. There's so much sugar in this tea. The verbena is disgusted, and she used to have to deal with, or not verbena, um, Order of Hermes person. Probably disgusted. Ruined my little jingle though. It's too many words.
So, would you mind explaining us the case that we're dealing a bit more? Rain only gave us the brief initial mission statement.
Haha, I was muted. She will sit, relax into her chair, and takes the sugar and just kind of holds her hand up, like, yeah, that's enough, and pops a spoon in her teacup and just kind of absent-mindedly lets the spoon stir itself in her teacup. So, this is a matter of great discretion, both for myself and my apprentice. Both within the order and with the council in general. It is no great secret that either of our houses are not what they once were and have been folded into the broader house ex miscellanea, and I do not want this to be used as ammunition against my apprentice.
Ammunition. Just leaves the word hanging there with that kind of raised eyebrow, like, why the fuck would it be ammunition, eh? Oh, it's getting her to do the talking.
There are those within the order that do not believe that we are capable or worthy of holding the position we do in this city, and would take any excuse to petition for our removal and that they be instated in our stead.
And who are these?
She leans back in the chair and gives a heavy sigh. Primarily members of House Titalis.
And why are they such a problem? For you, at least. And for you, I'm assuming will affect the rest of us here, so why are they such a problem?
House Titalis is basing almost the entire their entire argument on the fact that we came here from New York and New York had some issues with an apprentice who not only left the order to before she took her oath, but left on the whims of being with a demon.
I see.
Now, considering they did very little to intervene in that situation or in any of the events that followed afterwards, I don't personally feel they have a leg to stand on, but the rest of the order, well, they don't particularly care insofar as no one else is tempted by the path of infernalism.
Very well. And I'm assuming they will use your apprentice's misfire as proof that she is on that wayward path, if that's what you're telling me.
She has been looked upon with some suspicion for some time now. Not of infernalism, but there are many who believe that she does not deserve the item she has been entrusted with simply because it has been handed down in her family for generations. Though, well, the order is somewhat diminished after New York and Dublin.
I can't imagine why. But let's not talk old histories. What symptoms and what animal does she display?
Primarily, she shapeshifts into a wolf. That is her favored animal. Most commonly, other than that, is a bird. Some kind of hawk. I think a red-tailed hawk. I'm not too familiar with the different distinctions, but it is some kind of bird of prey.
And when she is shifted, does she display any noticeable traits, patterns? Does she display any symptoms after she's returned back? Tics, mannerisms?
Normally, no. Typically, she is fine. She is a student of mind. I am honestly puzzled how she could have lost herself so completely in such a short amount of time if something else was not done to her. But at the moment, she isn't even capable of speaking to me to tell me what happened. And try as I might, I cannot read her thoughts. They are hidden.
Hidden.
Beneath the animal instinct. That is all I am able to read. Fear, danger.
Where is she?
And she's upstairs in her room. likely curled up under her bed.
Nod. Just open his bag and ease out his notebook.
Have you done this kind of work before?
Not in a long time. I've entered people's minds before, but not like this.
I will be capable of tethering you so that you do not get lost, but to be honest, much of my power is spent keeping up appearances since I have sent the staff away.
I'll need assistance tethering once I am in. I'll be able to do everything else myself. I am a disciple in the mind, and I have specific things to sense certain emotions and help regain memories, as well as sense other things that she could be hiding. I'll need to see her room. He just kind of stands up very professionally, very calmly.
She takes a moment to finish her tea. I will take you to her then, if you're ready.
Nods.
And she leads you up the stairs to the second floor. She leads you up to the second floor, down a hallway to a room. And there you will see a girl who looks where did her picture go? Ah, there it is. Uh, about like that, save for the exception that she is not wearing any clothes, and is peeking out from under the edge of a large four-poster bed.
Sketch kind of tilts his head and, approaches into the room very carefully, like takes a very cautious step in. He looked back at the others and just hold up his hand and go, "Come in one at a time. Slowly. Don't startle her."
She looks at you, watching your movement. Her eyes go from you to the door and back, almost like calculating an escape.
He'll look around. Is there any chairs in the room?
Yes, there is a big easy chair near the foot of the bed.
Good point. Can I sit down there?
She doesn't seem to acknowledge you except for your hand gesture. And
No,
her eyes fixate on the chair.
It's your room. Your territory. Can I sit there?
Sketch, roll me perception empathy.
Sure. Three.
Okay, with 3 successes, she's not acknowledging anything you say at all. Like, you get the impression like it's almost incomprehensible noise to her.
Nods to himself like, oh, I see. So what he does is he will ease very cross-legged down on the floor. Very much like you'd see an animal approaching another person's territory. They don't actually go fully in. They just sit down.
She watches you with an appraising look for a few moments. Eventually, she crawls out from under the bed and approaches you, examining you.
He just eases out his sketch pad in front of him, puts the pen in between the little binders, and just does not move. Just watches her as she comes towards him.
She fixates on the sketchbook, putting her hand on it, rubbing it over the paper, and kind of almost pawing at it. She doesn't have paws, she has hands.
Reach in, tear a page out, and just slide it on the ground towards her hand.
She watches you tear the paper out. When you slide it over, she looks at you kind of like, oh, oh. But then your hand is gone and she snatches up the paper and starts playing with it. Like, chasing it around the floor.
And while he's doing that, he'll look behind him and say very softly, "First person come in. Carefully. Don't make any sudden movements and sit down beside me."
Kevin will work his way in there.
Yep, Tay will just stay sat by the door.
And her master will step in and sit down opposite Sketch.
I'm going to need both of you, Taylor, Kevin, to keep her distracted. I'm going to draw her. Once I draw her, and I draw her face, I'll be able to start working to get a better picture of what I need to do to get into her mind. But I need time to do that. She's like a wolf. Treat her as that. And Sketch will just start sketching. Ironically, start sketching.
Okay. Roll me your. Let's see. You're trying to draw her face.
Yeah, particularly the facial features, like distinct. Trying to make it as distinctive as I can, so it'll help me almost read through the mind easier.
Okay. Roll me your perception plus art. Standard difficulty. Each success will lower the difficulty on your casting roll by 1.
Beautiful. May I spend a willpower?
You may, in fact, spend a willpower.
Beautiful. I'm gonna drop one. That's 2 successes.
All right. Would you like to keep at it for another turn?
Yes, definitely. Yep.
Okay.
Totally.
Go for it.
That's another 2.
All right. Go ahead and make your arete roll and describe how you're casting your magic.
All right. So Sketch will begin frantically drawing a lot faster as his eyes kind of glaze over a bit. If Taylor and Kevin are watching, the writing becomes almost like inconsistent. Each pattern seems to become more chaotic, more random, but yet at the same time they link together as if he's joining circuitry parts of the brain. It's like he's almost trying to push into the optic part, the back of the head almost. It's like he's trying to almost like imagine what it's like to actually put his hands through that feeling and through that linkage. And once he does, he kind of just lets this breath in and just pushes his hands on the paper and presses.
All right. Beautiful. So you don't have too much trouble. Getting in there. But you do notice, Tristan, once you're properly properly within her mindscape, it doesn't look like anything you've ever seen before. It looks... It's like a lightning storm happening in there around you. There are flashes of light, cloud to ground lightning. None of it seems aimed directly at you. It's aimed at something off in the distance. You can't quite make it out yet, but you're pretty sure if you moved forward a bit, you would be able to start to see it.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do then.
And I will just roll here. Oh,
Dear.
all right. Gonna make another roll. Oh, that's much better. Okay, so Tristan, Sketch,
Yes.
what do you
Yes.
see? The lightning strikes intensify, and you can hear someone cry out. Taylor and Kevin, what you see and hear from your end is her mentor, Nephrite, speaking in, you're not quite sure. It's not a language you've encountered before. But it is a powerful language, and you can feel that magical energy reach out and wrap around Sketch.
Well, Jiminy Cricket.
She did say something about anchoring him, right?
She did,
Is that what she's doing?
ostensibly.
And Sketch, you will feel it too. There is something powerful, like a weight. You can feel it latch onto you. It doesn't impede your movement, but you just feel a little heavier now.
Okay. They just keep taking those slow steps forward, probably even slower now with the feeling of additional weight, but fuck it. He just keeps advancing forward, looking around.
All right. I need to make one more roll here. Sketch, you hear a voice cry out again, distinctly female this time. Crying out in pain.
Which direction?
North and a little to the east.
Yeah, he'll start jogging towards that. Definitely picking up the pace.
And when you get closer toward it, you can see a large purple dome. You, looking at it, you can immediately see that it is hermetic magic. You've seen how hermetics do magic before. You might not recognize this particular signature, but you do recognize it as hermetic magic.
Okay.
And you can see it's cracked, it's damaged, and there is a hole big enough in it that some of the lightning strikes are starting to break through.
Can I see what is inside the hole?
It's the girl you're here to help.
Okay. Okay. He'll start taking steps forward, like looking at the timing of the lightning strikes. Essentially, like is it like is there a particular like rhythm to each lightning strike, or are they randomly striking it, or is there a particular like 3 strikes then stop, 3 strikes and stop type of thing?
Give me a perception alertness or perception awareness.
I'll go with alertness this time.
All right.
2.
All right. With 2, you can see what looks to be a pattern. Yes. The strikes don't come at random intervals. There's about 6 seconds in between each.
All right.
But they're not landing with any sort of precision whatsoever.
Okay. So once he sees that there's a pattern, he'll begin to make his way over, definitely, and then, like, move, move, move. Boom. 6 seconds. Nods to himself. Move, move, move. Another 6 seconds. Nods to himself. And then what he's going to do, let me look at my roads again. I'm actually instead. I'm going to attempt, once the lightning starts to strike, I'm actually going to try and use Forces 2 of control minor forces on it. Try and alter the trajectory. It's just slightly, so it misses just by a mark.
All right. Go ahead and make me your arete roll.
All right, I will use. What am I going to use for foci? Fuck. Let me look at my shit. I don't have my drugs. Fuck it. What Sketch will do is he'll extend his arm very quickly, and what he will do is quickly reach down to his wrist and bite down, which will be the foci for pain, to help with that diff, and I'll drop some quintessence, like 1, to reduce that now there diff.
All right.
And that is fail, unfortunately.
All right, Sketch. High or low?
Oof, high.
All right.
Nope. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Soak me 2 levels of bashing damage.
Okie dokie. So,
Perfect.
Is there any external sign that Sketch is having issues?
You know
about to
what?
be. It's about to be.
You know what? Both of you. Make me either wits, alertness, or perception awareness. And tell me which one you're rolling.
So wits alertness looks like just 1.
Okay.
Alertness 3.
Okay. So, Kevin, you're not certain exactly what's going on. But man, that girl looks like she's in pain. Like, she stopped chasing the paper around the floor and she's just curled up in a little ball. Taylor,
Mm-hmm.
with your 3 successes, Alicia is definitely in some kind of pain, and you can't quite put your finger on it, but something's not entirely right with Sketch either.
Well, she doesn't have life. She can't do but so much. She'll probably glance over to Kevin and foist off what amounts to essentially, like, there are some like pajama style loose clothes there made out of the same like fluffy fleece material, but there's a robe too, and she'll foist them off and just kind of shrug and say, maybe we can make her comfortable. And then scooches over on her butt over to where Sketch is sat down.
We have to be really careful about this. Disturbing either the host or the traveler could break the spell in a very bad way.
There's a tentative nod as she scooches over and glancing at Sketch. How is he poised while he's out of body, as it were?
So, for all intents and purposes, Taylor, you've seen Sketch when he, for want of a better term, meditates. He's hyper-focused on something. He's got that same body posture. That really, I am focused. And that same concentration face on his face. It's almost resting bitch face, but not quite.
Okay.
But
Posture-wise, though? Like, how is
posture-wise,
Sketch sitting? Where are his hands?
Torna, where are his hands?
Probably on the notebook itself where the drawing is, I would imagine.
All right. So,
All right.
yeah, so his hands are on the notebook.
She eyeballs the overall posture, just looking for the best way to potentially help him at all, and finally just settles for very, very gingerly laying one of her little warm hands on top of one of his. Not putting a lot of pressure, not creating a physical distraction, hopefully, but just supportively, carefully, very softly lays her hand on top of his, because sometimes this helps, and she's not sure what else to do. So yeah, just skin on skin contact. That's it. Glancing back to Kevin, probably, as she does so. Be careful.
Oh, okay, Taylor. I see what you're trying to do here.
Do you?
Yes, I do. What's your arete?
2.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me 2 dice.
Oh boy. May I spend a willpower so that I don't botch this for him?
Unfortunately, no. You may not spend a willpower. This is one of those make or break moments.
Yep. Well, under your butts.
I just figured, hey, look, this is one of his foci that she knows. So here's hoping it helps.
There you go.
Yay!
All right.
I think. I don't know what the diff is on Arte rolls ever.
Oh no. That's actually really good. Because it wasn't an arete roll so much as me having you roll your arete trait, because there's not a great representation for what you're actually trying to do.
Okay.
But you did good. You did very good. So, Torna, what is warm and comforting to Sketch?
three things. Taylor, his blanket that he had back from the days when he was with Annie Marie, and fuck, or let me think. His tattoo gloves.
All right. Sketch, while you're still like feeling the after effects of the 2 bashing you took, you're suddenly wearing your tattoo gloves.
He looks down.
You're not sure why or how, but they feel warm.
Coughs a
And
bit, coughs and looks down at them like, what the fuck?
when you look at them, you feel empowered.
All right then. All right.
Almost like they're giving you strength.
All right. He'll look up at the sky. 6 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm gonna try that control minor forces again to adjust the trajectory. Fuck it.
All right.
That's a 7 in there. Oh.
All right. You got yeah, you got a 7. Okay. That's one success. Where are you trying to direct it?
Upwards.
You're trying to direct it upwards. Okay.
And essentially away from the hole that it's creating. Just up.
Okay. I realize this is a really weird roll, but
Sure, yeah.
go with me.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me your wits
Okay.
plus athletics.
Oh, that is an interesting roll. I had 3.
Ho! Yeah. You just managed to direct it away before it can strike again. Now it's Torna. High or low?
Oh, fuck it, high. Let's do this.
Oh, it's high this time. So, about 3 feet away from you, another bolt of lightning strikes, but it goes wide this time and misses you.
All right. In that time where he's diverted it up and the lightning strikes, yeah, he's making the break for that hole. Just, run full speed.
All right, Sketch.
Yep.
You make a break for it. Now, at this point in time, there's 2 things you can do. You can try to reinforce this shield, this barrier,
Mm-hmm.
or you can try to climb your way in the hole.
Mm-hmm. You know what? No time for caution. Fuck it. I'm going in the hole.
All right. Make me a dexterity athletics difficulty 7.
All right, Sketch.
Because you're going to have to find handholds as you go.
All right, Sketch. Time to suck it in. 1 success. That is a squeeze.
Oh. All right. So it takes you a bit.
Mm-hmm.
But you just make it. You're able to start making your way up. Go ahead and make me another dexterity athletics roll. Again, difficulty 7.
Sweet. 1 again.
All right. It's not graceful or fast.
Yep.
But you keep going and you manage not to fall. Now here's the tricky part. You've gotten yourself up to the hole.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
This barrier is concave. There's no way.
Thanks,
Because
Lester.
you said you're welcome. There's no way because you've been climbing up the part that's curved outward, not inward. There's no way you're going to be able to do the same thing down the inside. You can't bend your body like that.
Yep. Okay.
So, you can drop down, or you can hang on and try to get the girl to come to you and lift her back out.
All right. He'll start saying, fuck, I need to get her name.
Alicia,
Alicia, I need you to come out. You've got about a couple more seconds. I can barrier up in front of you, but I need you to come out to me.
she looks at you confused. And make me a charisma expression roll or charisma empathy.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, charisma, empathy is probably the better role for sketch. So let's do this, Sketcherino. 1. Consistency.
All right. So with 1 success, you just get enough of your message across to her that she starts making her way towards you, but she is moving very cautiously.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, Heather, because I know another lightning strike's coming, and there are different points in this barrier, this force, this thing, hermetic energy thing that have not been hit yet. Can I roll my rote electrical chaos to divert it and discharge it in a different area so it's striking somewhere stronger from where I am? Oh, shit.
Side chat.
Yay.
Okay, can you hear me now?
There we go. Yes.
Okay, awesome. So I cut out about 3 words in what you said.
I was asking, could I use my rote electrical chaos to divert the flow of electricity to concentrate it in one area and discharge in another, so it hit somewhere stronger in this hermetic barrier zone, essentially from the hole it's been creating, to buy us time.
Electrical chaos.
Yes, it's in my rotes. It's like right down at the bottom.
I see it.
Because I've been seeing this thing is susceptible to electrical damage, so I was wondering, would I be able to apply it?
Yes, you can.
All right, what is the story of rotes, and what does that do to your Arete rolls? Because I'm never sure.
Okay. So I am rolling with what the chart says,
Okay.
which is if something is a rote, you get a -1 difficulty, period. Not only negating the +1 difficulty from fast casting.
Okay.
So starting out, your base difficulty for this is going to be 3 instead of 4, and you can apply more modifiers from there to drop the difficulty to 3.
You know what? I think this would qualify for the foci of fucking suffering ordeal because I'm hanging down and trying to reach out for your one at the same time while, you know, do you mean, and trying to divert the lightning and like digging my hands into the fucking part of the barrier. I think that'll qualify as suffering an ordeal essentially, or dangling.
You know what? I agree with you.
So I'm going to use that foci to reduce the diff.
All right, so your difficulty is now at... Let's see. Your difficulty is now at 2.
Oh boy. It's a good thing of Jesus Christ. Yeah, yep. Complete success there. If my difficulty's 2.
Oh, yep, that's 3 successes. Okay, how are you wanting to divide those?
2 into duration, 1 into effect.
All right,
So it lasts longer.
so... Okay. Okay. So, for... Let's see. So for the rest of this scene, which I'm going to define as the rescue, because that's what you're attempting to do.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't Elwad or some other venue where a scene is one recording. The lightning strikes will all divert away from the area you're in. Once you have her and you have gotten her out, they'll resume as normal.
All right. So once the lightning strikes like divert, he'll be like, come on, Alicia, come on. We gotta move. We gotta run.
Yeah. And she's running to you now. It's like she saw what you did and she trusts you more. She runs toward you and she jumps. And I will just quickly roll. Oh, beautiful. She jumps up and just grabs your hand. Now, I need you to make me
Okay.
a strength athletics.
All right. 2.
All right. You catch her hand, and you grab onto it. Now, in order to pull her up, this is going to be a strength check.
All right.
And your difficulty for this is going to be dropped by 2.
Woo. 3 successes.
Beautiful. Yeah, you can pull her up, no problem. She finds purchase on the outer edge of this barrier. Who are you?
I'll explain later. Come on. We gotta get you out of this.
She looks around. You can't. It's my mind.
Well, we gotta figure out. We've got to figure out what's causing you to act like this. Because right now you're acting like a wild animal. on the outside of your mind.
I know. I hid myself in here. I don't know how they found me.
Who?
It's a really, really long story that we may not have time for right now.
Well, we gotta find somewhere place safe then, because that lightning strike's gonna come back.
Someplace safe. Someplace safe. Someplace safe. You can hear her chant that over and over and over again. And I will make a roll. It happens slowly, Tristan, but you can see the scenery around you change. You are no longer in this barren, void landscape with only the barrier and the lightning strikes.
Oh.
You're here.
It just looks around like, huh. Coughing a bit like, oh, fuck.
It fades in slowly. Slowly. But eventually it gets there. And you can see the storm off in the distance approaching. Someplace safe.
How much time do we have?
Not long. The storm will come on fast.
Right. I need you to. You can control what your mind's doing, right? What your body's doing.
More or less, yeah.
My friends are outside. Well, where were we outside of this? I need you to be able to accept what they wrap around you. I need your body to be able to accept that. A way it'll add to more of your own safety, which might even delay the storm or protect you from it.
Okay. Okay. All right. Now,
Man, yeah, you just say man and a woman. You'll see them.
camera 2. Guys, you can see Nephrite is kind of sweaty, kind of looking like it's kind of an effort to keep this thing going. You see, Lisa's relaxed. She's no longer curled up in a ball. She actually almost looks like she's sleeping.
Okay, we're just gonna slowly but surely wrap this around the sleeping wolf woman.
All right,
Hopefully not get our hands bitten.
make me a dexterity athletics or dexterity stealth to put this around her without disturbing her.
Okay. Dex athletics. Or Dex still is the same pool regardless. One.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, you're able to do it. She, like, her head moves a little when it rests, when the fabric kind of rests down around her and her shoulders, but it's not a violent anything. It's like a, oh. Almost like some of the tension's relaxing out of her body.
Hooray.
Tay-Tay,
Mm-hmm.
roll me your irritate pool again.
Oh. Ugh. Yay, I got one.
Okay, awesome. Sketch.
Yo,
Your tattoo gloves are gone, but draped around your shoulders is your blanket.
alright. Just looks up the sky like, thank fuck. Do you know what I mean? What he'll do is he'll wrap your one in it.
All right.
Now, I need to know what's chasing you. I need to know what it is quickly. So I can either have my friends come in here and help you, or you can wake up and we can all three of us help you. Okay? My name's Sketch. I'm one of the fixers.
I'm Alicia. Um, Sketch, what do you know about vampires?
Kill on sight.
That's it? Nothing else?
They drink your blood. They fuck with your mind. They're pretty fucking edgy.
Yeah, well, I took someone away from one of the local vampires, and I'm pretty sure this is their reaction to it.
Really? You'll kneel
I
down in front of her.
I could be wrong, but to be frank, I honestly can't think of anyone else I've pissed off enough to make them mentally attack me like this.
And why did you take them off? What did you take off them?
A person.
Person. You know what, Heather? I'm gonna have some fun with this.
All right.
I'm going to roll that rote sense guilt.
Okay.
Let's see what we're dealing with before that. And as he adjusts the blanket, very carefully, very subtly, what I'll use for my foci. Actually, no, I don't have anything that will work here, so fuck it. I'll just roll it straight. I'll spend I'll spend another dot of quintessence to reduce the diff. Fuck it. I think that's at least 2 successes.
Yes. Yes, it is. So, with 2 successes, you look at her. You don't feel any guilt coming from her talking about this.
And who is this person you stole?
Like in general.
Yeah, because I'll put this into perspective. Kneel down in front of her. How new are you?
I'm old enough to remember the Masasa War. The war we fought against them.
Okay. You lean forward. So, okay. All right then. Who did you steal off them? What are they to you? What are they to them?
I don't know what they are to this guy, but to me, she's a sorority sister of mine.
Sorority sister. Is that all she is? Because I'll put it like this. This is not the time to hide information from me. Not right now, not in your own fucking head.
She and I were in the same sorority and university. We were a little closer than just sisters, if you get my meaning.
So she's your girlfriend.
Not anymore.
Ex-girlfriend.
Not since him.
Who's he?
A vampire. Once I found out what he was,
And so what? He took her off you?
I don't know, but I couldn't leave her with him.
Why? Because right now this thing is obviously winning, and if it gets into your head, it means it has access to this place, who you've met, who you've seen. I don't know how they work with the minds, but if it's anything like we do, you've just given them an open ticket.
Even if she's not with me, it's better than leaving in the hands of someone that's only using her for...
And sacrificing all these other people. Mages. Your mentor.
Look, if I knew he was that powerful, I wouldn't have done it, okay?
You were around enough to know they went to war with us. They go to war for a reason. So, how do we wake you up? And then we'll figure out what to do after.
Who sent you here?
The council, to fix your mistake. I'm the guy they send to fix problems. So, you kneel down. How do I fix your problem?
So you have a tether, right?
Yeah. And
So, yank.
all right then, hold on. Yeah, grabs her by the hand, and he'll reach to wherever he can feel the weight the most and just pull.
So, Kevin and Taylor.
Uh-huh.
You will hear the audible sigh of relief from Nephrite. She takes her hands like she is closing a book, and you hear them snap together. And Sketch, you're back in the room, and the girl is sitting upright. And she has taken the like robe that's been draped across her shoulders.
This kid kind of blinks and kind of does that kind of stumble, like, fuck, ooh,
Oh, easy there, big guy.
And she is frantically tearing little holes in it with her fingernails.
Just Kevin looks at that after he's done steadying Sketch. So Sketch just fall right back over.
She's been compromised.
What by?
Vampire.
Oh god, not again.
Yeah. One of her sorority, a girlfriend, got scooped up, and she took her back, and the vampire got into her head. Looks like some mental war was going on.
Of all the reasons.
Yeah, we'll looks at the. Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead, kid.
So it knows where we are? It knows we're here?
I don't think it knows that. I don't know. Well, I got her out before we could do more damage. Looks like it was trying to break through that, maybe. From what I saw, there was a barrier made of whatever hermetic magic you all do. Looks like it was trying to crack its way. It made a puncture hole, and I managed to divert some of the attack. So, yes, in theory, it could know where we are, but kind of spreads his hands.
Okay. Everyone, roll me perception awareness difficulty 3.
Oh boy. 3 successes.
All right.
I'm gonna tell a little story about how I invested mostly in skills. So watch this happen. 1.
Hey, you did it!
Let's see what I got going on. Awareness. Woo. Come on, girl. Ooh! Yeah, pretty good. 3.
4, it's difficulty 3.
Oh. Well, then 4.
All right. So, my 2 and 3 success people. Magic happened, and it happened right over there in the direction of Alicia.
Alicia is the which
The
one?
one we just pulled out.
Yep,
Mhm.
Alicia is the one we just pulled out. It happened in the direction of that girl there. That isn't the lady that hired you. Because I'm terrible at remembering to name people for you guys.
Nephrite and Alicia.
Yep. Tay-Tay,
Uh-huh.
magic happened right over there. You're pretty sure it did. You're not quite sure anymore.
I'm not quite sure anymore.
Mm-hmm. You think it happened over there. You felt it. You're pretty sure if there was an active effect, you'd still feel it, but you don't really feel anything anymore.
So I imagine that like all the heads just snap towards her initially.
Mhm. Yeah, like, fuck it, even Nephrite is glaring at her.
She whips a glance over at her, but then promptly begins kind of looking around and fishing through her pockets. Just kind of blindly going for, one of the sets of knitting needles and one of the scrap pieces. She's got loops of yarn and string and all manner of stuff just shoved into her pocket. So she's looking around and finally just starting to pull things out, getting ready to twist herself a god's eye.
Okay, Tay-Tay. Go ahead and make your roll to look at the thing.
I'm assuming it's just Arte,
Yep, just your Arte.
which ain't a lot. And it's a tool specifically for the spell. Does it lower it by 1 or?
We talked about this being one of your personalized tools, I think.
Mhm.
So yes, it lowers the difficulty by 2. 1 for the tool and 1 because it's personal.
Oh boy,
Mm-hmm.
I might actually succeed. Woo!
Do it, Katie. Do it.
I super succeed.
All right. With your super success. Holy cow, that is. Those threads are woven really tightly together. You recognize correspondence. It's mostly correspondence, actually, but there's a little bit of mind thrown in. The pattern is some really intricate weaving, too. It's fairly strong. You're
Is
pretty
it-
sure.
I was going to say, is there any chance she can tell if it's generated from her or it's generated externally and placed on her, like wound around her?
Roll me your perception awareness.
Oh boy. No.
Nope, you can't quite tell. But you can tell, looking at this pattern, if this was actual cord that you'd woven together, you're not sure you could cut through it with a pair of scissors.
Yeah, she will continue weaving the God's Eye and start kind of, since she is right up next to Sketch, considering that, he woke up and she initially took his hands while Kevin was studying him. She starts, pulls out the two just knitting needles and starts just rhythmically wrapping this thing as she's looking and kind of squinting and head tipping and begins describing the best she can. Not just, oh, there's threads here, but this is this color, so it's this, and it's woven really, really tightly. And there's a lot of it. That's not the kind of thing I think I can pick apart. If it was an actual cord, I don't think even my leather shears would get through it.
Okay, Kevin and Sketch,
Yep.
roll me wits academics.
Oakley dokley.
All right, Sketch. We didn't go to high school. Oh, Jesus. Never mind. We did. 3 successes.
Yeah. 2.
Okay,
Pair of 10s.
Both of you
Yeah.
got a pair of 10s. That's
Yep.
pretty hot.
all right.
Yeah.
So, Sketch,
Yo.
from what Taylor's describing, you recognize this as something that replicates the effects of arcane.
Oh, you sneaky bitch.
Kevin,
Ease.
you were trained in the Brotherhood. You recognize this as a rote, fairly rudimentary, one of the first things taught to Akashic apprentices. It has a big, fancy name in Chinese, but colloquially was referred to by the non-Asian and non-Chinese speaking Akashics as "don't see me."
Sketch moves like a fucking bullet at her.
Kevin uses his larger mass to lean against the door. Like it's this thing where the door's already been closed. And he just puts his big old body up there and crosses his arms and has a dad look.
Yep. Sketch reaches in, as he's running and takes out one of the combat knives and just, I aim to slam her up against that wall. Fast as
Ho
I can.
ho ho! Okay.
My cat's freaking out, man.
Like, Sketch, no!
She's just sitting there staring at me going, nah!
No, don't do it.
Sketch, please! She's so young.
Sketch is too hardcore for my cat. Confirmed.
Okay, Taylor, is there any way you would like to react?
Sketch pulling a knife and slamming people into walls is totally a rote part of existence. They know what it is.
That's why
She
Sketch
knows.
reacted that way. He's just he hardened and then went for it. That's all Taylor saw.
I will roll because I said I did want to continue the prime
Okay.
fight. So let me first do that. Still just weaving along.
For Kevin's action, we're going to continue with just white hot mundane actions. He's just going to look at the. I imagine the mentor is still in the room.
Yep, she is.
Mentor's like, what the fuck?
Not to put too fine a point on it, but your apprentice is trying to pull pull a disappearing act on us. I want to do something about that.
All right, Sketch, roll initiative.
Oh, come here. Oh. Oh, irony. I think
Okay,
I think I'm going first because I have the higher.
you are going first.
All right.
I'm just going to put myself in initiative for funsies.
What am I rolling there,
Hey,
Heather?
kiddo.
Okay. Are you just going to try and keep her pinned to the wall?
Yeah, that's all I'm doing. I'm not trying to kill her or anything. If anything, I'm trying to scare the holy fucking shit out of her, to be honest.
All right, you're trying to. All right. Roll me either your charisma plus intimidation or manipulation intimidation.
Oh, manip. I'm good at being a snaky fuck. I failed, sadly, but it's just a fail sound botch.
All right. So she is surprised and caught off guard, but she fails to be intimidated by you
That's
or
cool.
anything you say to her.
I'm not going to say a single thing. I'm going to push the knife against her throat. I don't need to say anything.
All right. So now. Let's see. What is that for her? I need to look at her sheet. All right. So this is going to be. Ho ho ho. Sketch, you feel yourself being pulled away from her. Like there's something pulling you away from Alicia.
All right. That's cool.
For what it's worth, she looks like she's staying on the wall.
Oh, Sketches. Yeah, that's fun. Sketch is just looking at her like, oh, bitch. Now you're making me mad. You know what I mean? It's just the way he's looking. He's flicking the knife in his hand like, oh, now I'm mad.
All right. So now.
For the sake of the rest of us, how is her mentor reacting? What is she doing?
She is angry. And she is breathing quite heavily. Make me a. Actually, Tay, you have Prime Side up.
I did fail my last roll.
Okay. So you failed your last roll.
In theory, I would have popped one into duration, but I don't know if that's more than like one turn.
I mean, I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and let you roll perception awareness.
Okay. Sadly, no, unless it is super easy.
All right. Is anyone else looking at her mentor?
I'm focused on the one trying to escape.
Gonna resume the God's Eye for what it's worth. Annoyed that it puttered out, but I will resume it.
Nah, Kevin's keeping an eye on Senpai over there.
Okay, Kevin. Roll me in perception alertness.
Doubling my dice pool from what I thought it was going to be. 2.
Haha. Yeah, there's blood running down her hand.
Oh, jeez.
What?
Well, you're about to, and that's 3 seconds worth of talking, so.
And Sketch, her mentor, steps in, like right in between the two of you. We of the Order of Hermes thank you for your assistance. From here on out, this is an internal matter.
Oh
You
no,
will
you
be
don't.
paid.
You don't get to pull that. She brought a vampire with me. That's a threat to everybody. Oh no. And she tried to run, pointing. That's treason.
She will look at Alicia. Did you try to run, apprentice? Because if you did, nothing I can do will save you.
I was actually kind of impressed. It's a classic Akashic wrote. Kind of wondering who taught her that.
If she try and lies, I'll know. Pointing at her with the knife.
Okay. Alicia shakes her head. No, no. I couldn't disappear in front of a room full of people. I was just protecting myself from him.
Oh bitch. Oh bitch. I'll cut my palm with the knife. Right in
Okay?
front of her. And that's my foci for pain. For sense lies. Yeah, that's at least a couple of successes.
Sense lies. Difficulty 3 with the focus. Yep, that is 3 successes. So what do you want to do with those successes, buddy?
Mm.
Do you need more than one into effect?
I think
Not necessarily, but because of the specific version of this rope that you have, Sketch,
Mm-hmm.
if you put more than one success into the duration, or into the effect, you will be able to get more information.
Fuck it, I'll do that. I'll 1 into duration, 2 into effect.
All right. Beautiful. So, let's see. What is the duration chart for one success? One turn. All right. So, I'm going to say for the next 5 minutes that pass unseen, and I will tell you when the effect deactivates.
Cool.
You will be able to sense whether Alicia is telling the truth or whether Alicia is telling the lies.
Cool.
And this will manifest in her aura. So, looking at her right now, it does not look like she is lying when she said she knew she couldn't disappear in front of a room full of people. But part of her statement is not entirely true.
Liar. Guess just says it plainly. Part of that is a lie. Now, my friend asked you a question. How do you know an Akashic Rite Hermetic?
She looks at him. It's a simple enough route. All apprentices learn it,
Not a lie there,
especially within the order.
Not a lie there, buddy.
That is not a lie. That has truth, like with trumpets showing out
Which order?
banners.
he just stares at her with a mocking tone. You know, Sketch tosses a knife up and catches it again. I wouldn't mock me. Not now. Not in your condition.
Hey, Sketch, want to see something interesting?
Yeah, go ahead, Kev. You alright, Taylor? Look over.
Taylor is frowning viciously because the way she's phrasing things is making Taylor incredibly sus. She said hide from him. She didn't say Sketch specifically. And this vampire could be male. The phrasing is tweaking her, so she's picking up the God's Eye again and trying to see if she can trace any of these effects off of her. Because she no likey.
Kevin comes up real slow. Now, young lady, I've got to ask you a favor, okay? I need you to modify your tone here because these people are trying to help you. But because you obviously have some misgivings about how annoyed they are and maybe me. And he takes the flashlight and shines it in her eyes. It's fucking agonizing.
Okay. So, while this girl has the flashlight shining directly in her eyes and is doing the turn your face away, Tay-Tay!
Tay-Tay generates herself a headache or something better.
So, Tay-Tay. That's a botch, honey.
Thankfully, it's a very small road, but yes, that is a bot.
Yes. Fortunately, this is correspondence magic, and it only requires the first sphere of prime. So, add 1 point of paradox to the bottom half of the paradox and quintessence wheel, because that's all you take for coincidental things. And man, Tay-Tay, you blink a few times trying to clear your vision, and oh no, everywhere you look, all you see is resonance. You know it's resonance because you know what Sketch's Magnetrol signature is. You see Kevin's magical signature. You see Alicia's magical signature. You see Nephrite's magical signature. You see magical signatures on the floor. Every item in here has a magical signature, and you're not sure entirely if that's because everything in the room has a magical signature, or if you somehow fucked up and stuck your prime sight on, and the sight is making you see weird things.
She will, start kind of blinking, rub her eyes, and will finally blink over at Alicia because she's determined something useful has to come out of this. She doesn't know what she did, but it's stuck on now, so she might as well look really hard.
Roll me your perception awareness.
I'm gonna try.
You may spend a willpower on this because your difficulty is 8 from the excessive sensory input.
I will spend a willpower.
It's been a willpower. Your rolls ain't be good today.
Hey, some of them were great, okay? I got 2 successes with the willpower.
Yay! So, with those 2 successes in the willpower, you're looking at this pattern, You recognize the little intricacies in the pattern you associate with correspondence. They're specifically isolating. You're not sure what exactly like the bright, blinding colors of magic and sparkles in the room are fucking with your vision. But you're pretty sure that pattern is woven intricately enough that it's specifically insulating her from something.
And yeah, you said she's like, she was just chilling naked in the room, wasn't she?
Mm-hmm.
So she didn't put any magic on the robe, so it's on her.
Yep.
And you said it's as if it's like barrier style, or
Yeah, it's like a halo around her. Almost like almost like an aura. Or the paladin bubble. And wow.
perfect. Yeah, she's rubbing her face and looking and squinting, and she's got the eyes watering. It, for all the world, it looks like Kevin shining the flashlight in her eyes, the kind of reaction she's having, because that is a lot of color and a lot of light and fuck. And yeah, she's just rubbing. She's wrapped in correspondence, something. It's like, looks like a bubble.
This just keeps getting deeper and deeper by the minute.
She finally backs up a couple steps, just putting the hands over her eyes, trying to give her poor eyes a break.
Her mentor looks at you. A bubble.
Mm-hmm. Like, it looks like a paladin bubble from WoW. It's just kind of a halo looking thing, but it's definitely correspondence, and it's definitely hers.
2 sides or 3?
Ah, shit. She finally rubs the eyes and like creaks them open one more time to get a look.
Taylor, it is 4 sides.
4.
Her mentor relaxes
Is that
and
you?
turns to sketch. That is a hermetic root. She's quite late using it, but it's better than nothing.
It's better than nothing, and yet our first reaction is to put this entire place in jeopardy. Give us sass. And jeopardize your order, this council, us in the city, for a girlfriend.
Oh, I can do this all night. I've got 2 fresh double A's in here.
She's doing the like head turning blinky. Yeah.
Mm.
God, just get that out of my face already, Jesus. Or Buddha or whoever.
So, you asked me, Kevin and Taylor here, to come fix your problem. First part of the problem is she's jeopardized security. Big time.
I mean, if they're tied up in her head, I bet they know where this house is at least. That should
At
change
least.
me up.
She will have to be examined. See exactly what the effect brought down upon herself was, and if possible, who it was that decided to bare their fangs against her.
And her girlfriend, she made or not?
You can see her mentor soften a bit as she looks at Alicia. I understand why you did what you did, truly. But there are Euthanatoi in the city now. You should have gone to them and let them handle this. And Alicia, for the first time in this whole interaction, actually looks regretful. I know I should have, but I didn't want to wait any longer. I was worried they'd hurt her. Her mentor reaches out and just kind of cups her cheek. Child. The moment they put their hands on her, they hurt her. You know this. Go wait downstairs in the sanctum. I will have a chat with our guests. And we will see what is to be done about this matter, but I fear you've given House Titleist all the ammunition they need to come after us.
Hope it was worth it. Sketcher, just say coldly, like, is he's no sympathy for this woman. Nope.
Kevin finally turns off the flashlight.
Hope it was worth it.
You can see Alicia slowly is released from the wall and slowly leaves the room. And you can hear a rattling of metal and soft footfalls. You would guess that somewhere there's this suit of armor that's now escorting her. And Nephrite turns to you.
Yeah, Sketch is just. We'll walk over to Taylor. Like, he's been like probably helping her up as he's like wrapping his own hand to cover the cut that he made on his palm.
Yeah, he'll find Tay Tay. She's like nudged herself up, booty kind of back against the wall. And is just doing that little head shake, like I'm just disappointed in myself right now. And she's got her eyes closed and has her hands up, kind of plastered over him, rubbing at him, just like, fuck.
Yeah, when Nephra turns back, tying the knot with his teeth. Appears your apprentice did their job for them.
Yes, it appears so. I will need you to be present. You were the only other person who saw inside her mind.
Sure.
And I hope you will allow me to inform the council of what has transpired here.
Allow. What do you think I'm going to cover this up?
Instead of informing them yourselves.
It's my job. I take it. It's my job to inform them the truth. We've had enough lies and secrecy. That's how New York happened. That's how the other place happened. Ask him over there. He saw it too.
See, ma'am, the problem with all of this is that, kind of, or see it taking root here. People have a way of gathering into their own little groups, and without principles, bigger structure, guiding hand, as it were. They have a way of making decisions for themselves, against themselves. Now, by the time that I left, nobody had exactly drawn on each other, but we were on our way. I know that for a fact. So, try to look at it this way. What follows will probably be pretty uncomfortable. But, at a minimum, you at least will be able to continue pursuing enlightenment without the tethers of temporal power. Try to think of it like that.
And we, all the others who came from New York, show that we're doing the job properly. It's not just about one tradition, about all of us. So I can't, in good conscience, not tell them.
If you agree.
Then will you at least allow me the dignity of turning my report in alongside yours?
Of course, all proper due process.
Thank you. I will inform the High Council of the need for an Inquisitor.
Not. Look over at Taylor like, you alright? Like walking over.
Yeah, Taylor. I mean, she does the little, the don't fuss little nod thing, but it's still, even when she lifts the one hand to make the gesture, the other stays over, kind of rubbing at her eyes, and she doesn't open them.
He'll hoist her arm over his shoulder. Come on, let's get you back to the car.
Yeah, she won't fight him on it.
And, Kevin,
Yes.
are you following Sketch and Taylor out? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So, as the group of you go outside, you realize you don't know where Rain is. You actually haven't seen her since you were all served tea. And that is where we will end our scene.
Okay.